All right, so our houses are a place where we have a lot of choice, which can be a daunting task. We get to completely decide, given an unlimited budget, we get to completely decide what it looks like, what the finishes are, if you're building a new house, where the walls are, and we get to control that environment. We don't get to control the world outside of our doors oftentimes, but we do get to control the environment in our house, and there are thousands of decisions we can make. Given this daunting situation, a lot of times we create obstacles in our minds to justify why we're here and why things are the way they are and why it's okay for us to stay where we are and not change things because, well, we couldn't do that. We can't move from our house, this house, because it was given to us by someone in their will and they passed away. We could never leave. Or we couldn't change the sofa configuration because that's what my designer 10 years ago said should be, and so that's what we're doing, and we can't change it. Everything else can change, but not that configuration. And you know, there's this piece of art on the wall that I really don't like, but my husband's mom painted it, and it's staying right there. And we create these obstacles, we give ourselves these constraints in order to tell ourselves we can't change, or we can't mold, or personalize, when those actual constraints and obstacles could be holding us back from creating a house that served our needs more. So I'm going to ask you right now to think about your own home, and think about the ways that you feel stuck in your home, in your living environment. And I want you to entertain for a moment the idea of leaving it. I'm not asking you to leave your house. I'm just asking you in your brain to entertain the notion of leaving it. If you do that, what comes to mind? What obstacles come to mind? What makes you feel like, no, that could never happen? All right, now what about changing a room in your house? If you think about changing the office, we'll say changing the office, if there's an office, or a place that you study, or a place you read or relax. Changing that room, what obstacles come to mind? Or letting go of that room? Or what if you had to make that room suddenly live-in quarters for a grandparent? What pulls up inside you that's difficult? And then, once you do that, and you can do this in your own time, think about overcoming all of those obstacles. Not because you need to overcome them, not because you need to move, but what is a solution that could overcome all those obstacles? It's a mental practice of letting go of what you have and being aware of the obstacles that are inherent in your brain. And then, after you've done that, and you've kind of weighed the costs, then make a decision about what you're going to do. Most of you will probably stay in your houses, and that's fine, and that's good. Most of you will probably keep the office. But in so doing, you'll then be choosing those rooms, and you'll be choosing your location, and you won't be a victim to these constraints that you have boiled up in your head. Instead, you'll be creating a space that really meets your needs and goes below the surface. Thanks for watching. Hit the button to subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments, particularly if this video sparked any new thought for you.